Morning.
Morning.
How are you? Yeah. Look, because we had to stare at that, we felt someone here, possibly me, felt the need to have you look at that. Now, I was the only one, I got the good one.
I see the good one. Well, there you go. That's
Yeah.
nice.
You're still not looking too happy there. Welcome back, Jim.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm still here.
Okay, well, good. Couple things. First of all, we're being videotaped here, so as part of protocol, I would ask for a phone number. I can reach you after hours, but if you could write it down on that piece of paper in front of you rather than do it verbally,
I can do
that would be great. I'm only going to call those 6 individuals who are on the short list. Let me know when you're done. Well, you know the routine, 15 minutes. We'll give you an opportunity to give an opening statement. We've all thoroughly reviewed your application. Of course, we've seen it a few times before. Thank you for your commitment to the process. It's truly appreciated. And then we'll defer to any questions the committee has for you, so the floor is yours. And maybe you could tell us something that you haven't told us before, maybe something that's arisen since last time, something interesting.
Well, let's see.
I know it's tough.
My son participated in the ranch rodeo at Deseret Ranch and won the bumping bronco contest.
Okay.
That's new since the last time. That's great.
That's awesome.
Much to the cardiac distress on my wife and I, it was a fun event to watch. Other than that, life goes on at the state attorney's office. I'm a division chief there in front of Judge Earp. Been a trial lawyer now for just under 40 years. I think I started at the state attorney's office in Miami in June of 1976, so in June it'll be 40 years. According to Martindale Hubble, I've achieved a new rating of AD preeminent. I haven't yet figured out what that is, but they do want me to buy a plaque for it. Other than that, the application information is essentially the same. Employment information is the same, and I'll answer any questions anybody has.
Super. Phil, I'll start with you.
You did before I know your application, certainly listen to your response to the committee's questions, so I know the questions for you.
Thank you, sir.
Timmy?
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
I know you've practiced in front of Judge Silvernail for quite a long time, and now Judge Earp. Which of the judges and what attributes would you use to model a courtroom were you appointed?
You know, I've enjoyed practicing in front of every judge that I've been assigned to. When Judge Silvernail, Judge Dugan, Judge Rainwater, Judge, why can't I think of her name right now? Ryman, Judge Ryman, and now Judge Earp. Each one of them handles the courtroom differently, but I think the one thing they've all had in common is that they respect the people that are in front of them, and they treat everybody professionally, and that's what I would like to do.
Thank you.
Donna?
Good morning, and thank you for the update on your son. I just want to ask you, as you already know, you have one of your colleagues that has also applied for the same position.
Actually, two.
Or two, I'm sorry. Is there something that attributes that you have that stand out, or that you can say that you could bring to the bench that your colleagues may not have?
I respect both of the people that have applied for my office. The only thing I have to offer that they don't is a little bit more experience.
Andrew?
I see you're a Saluki.
Yes.
Rock Valley Junior
Not many
College,
people
where
know
was
that.
that?
Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford, that's what I thought. My family lived in Byron.
Oh, okay.
What kind of work did you do with the U.S. Attorney's Office?
I was an assistant U.S. attorney,
What work did you do? Civil, criminal?
a criminal major narcotics trafficking section. Most of the time that I spent at the state attorney's office in Miami, and also the U.S. attorney's office, was involving drug investigations. Not much of a surprise from Miami, I suppose, but that's what I did.
Dave? Dan?
Sir, I have great respect for your reapplication, and I appreciate you appearing before us again, so I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. demeanor when you have as a judge?
Pretty much the way I am right now.
Shock, shock.
And what time will you start court?
Early. Judge Earp is the earliest division that I've practiced in front of. He starts promptly at 7:55, basically. I'm there 15 to 20 minutes before he is.
Thank you.
And I have to tell you, I see Jim at the courthouse all the time, because I'm an early bird myself. There's no question that promptness is not one of the strengths. I'm trying to figure out what to ask you here. First of all, it's a breath of fresh air to read an application and the financial disclosures and have someone of means, someone who has actually been successful in the private field, accumulated some degree of economic independence, and so I commend you for that. I'm always shocked as to some of these applications. I'm trying to figure out, have you been on the short list yet? Have you been up and interviewed for
Yes.
How many times?
Once from here, 4 times in Miami.
Okay, and when was it here? How long? Approximately?
About a year ago, 2 years.
Okay. So was it Rick Scott, Governor Scott?
Yes.
What did you take, what's your takeaway from that experience?
It's a whole different ballgame. And I don't really know the rules.
Well, you're trying to step into the same ballgame, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. This seat comes up when, do you know? If you were to get this appointment, when does the seat come up for open election? Do you know?
I think about 18 months.
Okay. Obviously,
I'd have to run.
You'd have to run.
The nice thing about that is that I can run as an incumbent, don't have to leave my job to run. One of the reasons I've never run is that I refuse to ask anybody for money to run a campaign. I don't think it's proper to ask lawyers to contribute to your campaign, to put you in a job where you're going to have them appearing in front of you. So, in this particular situation, like you said, I've been semi-successful in my career. I can afford to manage my own campaign.
So if
which is
you
what I
were
intend to do.
get the seat, you would not solicit financial, at least from any local council?
I would not.
Anything else you can do? And I know it's not the nature of your personality, I trust me, to distinguish yourself from your colleagues at the state attorney's office, and specifically maybe the public defender might require. Anything you can do for us right now to say, if you know, other than I've been practicing longer?
Well, if you're talking about specifically with Mr. Dwyer, I know he's been in private practice and in government service. I don't think he's been on the prosecution side, but he's only on the public defender side. That makes it, I guess, a little bit different because I've done both. I did criminal defense when I left the U.S. Attorney's Office. So to that extent, I think my experience is wider than Mr. Dwyer's would be.
How about Mr. Brown?
I think Tom's been with the office forever and a day. I think as much as I love him and as great as he was as co-counsel in the Brandon Bradley case, I think my experience is more varied than his, and it would help me.
And if someone was concerned that you would bring a prosecutorial mentality to the county court bench, and not certainly understand the frailties of human behavior on the defense side, which is many in that courtroom, how would you respond?
I would think that all they need to do is check with the criminal defense bar here in Brevard. I think I'm well respected by them as being fair.
Any follow-ups? Thank you, Jim. Always a pleasure, truly.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.